What's going on, entrepreneurs? James Mann, and welcome to another episode of Just Business, where I teach you how to start, grow, and scale a business from nothing all the way to six figures. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you how I found and chose my real estate locations for both Stump House Axe Throwing and Trailhead Tavern. So, we are going to go into it. Well, Stump Grinder, that is not what y'all want to see. Stump House, there we go. All right, so here is an exterior picture really of the yeah, this is perfect. So this is a ground view of our business. This is a Google image before we put our business here. But that's our entrance right there, and then that's our business. And then here is the middle of downtown Clemson, South Carolina. Now, with when choosing your business location, you want to make sure. Really, there's a couple different types. So you can have one that's got a ton of foot traffic, or you can be a destination location where customers Google you and you got so much pull that they are going to drive out of the way to come to your location. Now, most of the time, destination locations are franchise businesses or a business that performs a certain function and you don't have a lot of competition. In our case, most of the time, you want to maximize um, being able to be a destination location with your business model, but also being visible to customers for foot traffic. And that's one thing I significantly underestimated with Stump House Axe Throwing. And there's just always a ton of people, whether it's late night, during the day, all year long, walking up and down um, the sidewalk for downtown Clemson, and it's free business exposure. Now, there's other things as well. With our competitor, they actually did really well because they put themselves in a shopping complex. And at the beginning, I was like, that's stupid. Why are you going to put yourself in a shopping complex? There's no other businesses. People can't go axe throwing, then go out to eat or go to other bars. But everybody goes to the grocery store. And generally, most people go to the grocery stores closest to them. So it allows you to get free exposure to a large customer base if you're able to put yourself close to a grocery store. Now, in our case with Stump House Axe Throwing, we actually put syndicated signs here and here with discounts. So everybody that would walk up and down the sidewalk would see these signs and then hopefully come to our business. Now, sometimes real estate on the second floor is going to be cheaper than the first floor. And oftentimes it's harder for customers to go to your business because they have to walk up the stairs. Just that little inconvenience drives a lot of customers away. However, in our case, we got a price per square footage on our rental rate, which was so much lower than the average for the area that it allowed our business to be profitable. And that's very, very important is your price per square footage, your location, everything. Because you can have the best location in the world, but if you're paying so much money for it, then your business isn't going to be profitable from its inception. And that's one of the most important things because see if I can go down here. I can go down the road. Oh shit, I actually can't. Cool. Yep. So we were checking out this location up here um, for Trailhead Tavern, and this was Wings Over Clemson. And this location is phenomenal. You got students all over here, students all over here, and tons of people wanting to go out to eat. But Wings Over Clemson, which is a chain business, failed in this location. And as entrepreneurs, you guys have to ask yourself, why did they fail? Why is my business going to be better than a franchise who has a ton of money and a ton of backing? And how am I going to weather the storm when they can't? And it turns out with this space is they made the kitchen probably 4 times larger than it needed to be. And the only area they had for seating was here. So on busy times, they couldn't maximize revenue because they were limited in their capacity to number of seating. And that's something for you guys to keep in mind and think about when coming up with your business floor plan and business strategy. I have another video that details that more, but you guys, I mean, it's just really important. And myself and Jim, my business partner, we almost ended up putting Trailhead Tavern here, but for the entire space, it was $8,500 per month. Now, that doesn't include the build out. They weren't going to give us anything, and they wanted us to sign a 5-year contract up front. Now I'm getting ready to show you the space that we actually got, and I'll let you guys decide what you think is the better business move, because as a business owner and young entrepreneur, you guys just go through and talk to Open Real Estate. And I think they had a sign on the door, and all I did was call the person and say, hey, my name is James Mann. I'm an investor. I'm looking to put a business in your space. Can you open the doors for me and check it out? And I probably did that with 15 spaces. And the more that you do just with anything, the better you're going to get at identifying your own entrepreneur opportunities. All right. Now I'm going to go to Trailhead Tavern. So with this business, it is completely different because you take Clemson, South Carolina, which has a 30,000 students base as well as a city. And then, during football games, it becomes the 4th largest city in the state of South Carolina during those game days. So those are huge days. To Walhalla, South Carolina, which is virtually nothing. It is the definition of a small town. But you want to look at your business versus the competition. So in Clemson, South Carolina, there were a lot of restaurants, and there were already 5 or 6 other bars. Now, Walhalla, South Carolina, didn't even have another restaurant and bar that served liquor. Our only competition is a small tap room here, and all they have is a couple types of beer. But what we ended up going with for Trailhead Tavern, and this is where I went to high school, so that's another thing, is understand your market. I understood Walhalla, I understood the real estate there, I understood when we got busy, when we didn't. I understood what the people wanted, because every time I went home, I had people telling me, hey, the only places that we can go get a liquor drink is this place called Three Amigos, because they have margaritas and other stuff. And they're like, we're tired of Mexican food. We love Mexican food, but we want other options. And that was one of the defining reasons why we put that business in that space. Another thing that you need to take into consideration is parking. Now, a lot of times customers, they're not going to want to walk a far way to get to your space. And here we are located at the city parking lot. So there's a ton of people who just park here, meet up for business stuff, and then go on through the day. So what we have done is we are fixing this fence up, painting it, putting exterior signage here, here, here. We've got syndicated signs here and here directing people. Fresh burgers, smoked wings, cocktails, open daily. So people that drive by come to our business. But for this space, which is much bigger than Wings Over Clemson, it only cost us, right now we're paying $2,200 a month, and that includes the rental kitchen equipment that we got in the deal, as well as we had the first 3 months of rent free. And we're actually in a negotiation with the landlord, who's phenomenal, to buy the space within the next year. But this was about the size of Wings Over Clemson, so we've got much more space. We have an outdoor area, which we put a whole bunch of lights. We have cornhole and stuff out there. We're getting ready to put a whole bunch of other tables. We built an exterior smoker. We're going to put pergolas and stuff here, and it's going to be a really, really nice space. And it costs less than 1/4 the amount of a premier real estate location. Now, with that, if you're going to make a move like that, you have to have a reason for customers to come to your business. In our case, we were the only full liquor bar around, and people wanted to come just for the alcohol. But we really focused on the quality of our food. And we brine our wings, we smoke our wings, we make our burgers fresh every day. And people are coming to Trailhead Tavern for our food now. And that's been a huge increase in business. And because the space is so large, I mean, we have over 40 tables inside, and then 7 or 8 tables outside right now. We can add 10 more easily. But because of that, we can maximize on capacity for busy days like St. Patty's Day and other things. So keep this in mind when coming up with your business model and your business plan. I hope you guys found this video helpful and productive when you are trying to find the optimal location for your business. I know it can be challenging, but run through a whole bunch of different scenarios with your business model. Talk to your friends, talk to locals who understand the area to get a good idea of what to do for your business. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. What's going on?